Have you ever found yourself sitting down with a cup of coffee, staring out the window, and thinking, now what? Retirement can feel like a time of freedom, but sometimes it's easy to fall into habits that leave you feeling more lost than liberated. You've worked hard all your life, raised families, built careers, and done all the things you were supposed to do. But now that the hustle is behind you, it can be easy to let your energy slip, lose focus, or even start doubting your next steps. The truth is, retirement doesn't have to mean slowing down. In fact, this is the perfect time to embrace new opportunities and continue living with purpose. That's why today, we're going to talk about 7 common mistakes many retirees make and how you can avoid them to make the most of your golden years. The key to a fulfilling retirement lies not in avoiding change, but in embracing it. You might think that life after retirement should be all about relaxation, but that's a myth. If you fall into a routine of inactivity or lose track of your goals, it can make the years ahead feel longer than they should. Let's start with the first mistake, something a lot of retirees fall into: losing a sense of purpose. It's easy to think that the hardest part of retirement is not having to get up for work every day, but many find that not having a clear purpose can actually feel like a loss. Suddenly, without a job to go to or a task to accomplish, some may struggle to find motivation or a reason to get out of bed. This is when boredom and loneliness can set in, and when they do, it can lead to a range of negative emotions. But here's the good news: retirement can be your time to explore passions you never had the time for before. You don't need a full-time job to feel needed or engaged. Many people take up volunteering, learn new skills, or dive into hobbies they've always put on the back burner. Finding a new purpose doesn't mean you have to reinvent the wheel. It's about staying active, mentally and emotionally. Whether it's gardening, painting, or joining a community group, staying busy with things you love will help you feel fulfilled. Another mistake retirees often make is neglecting physical health. Once you leave the workforce, it can be tempting to spend your days in a more relaxed way. You might find yourself watching TV or taking naps longer than you used to. While rest is important, so is staying active. Retirement is actually a great time to focus more on your health. But what happens is that some of us think we can just let go a little and let our fitness slip. But even small, consistent activities like walking, stretching, or doing light yoga can make a big difference in how you feel. You don't have to join a gym or run marathons to reap the benefits. The important thing is to keep moving, because staying active helps maintain strength, mobility, and mood. Plus, it can help you maintain your independence, which is something that becomes even more valuable as you age. Now that we've covered the first 2 mistakes, losing a sense of purpose and neglecting physical health, let's move on to another one that many retirees fall into: not managing finances wisely. Managing finances after retirement can be tricky. When you're working, it's easier to track your income and expenses, but once you're living off your savings, pension, or Social Security, the situation changes. Many retirees make the mistake of not properly managing their money, thinking that they'll never run out, or not taking into account the fact that their expenses may change as they age. One common error is underestimating the cost of healthcare. As you get older, medical bills can become a significant part of your budget. It's easy to assume that Medicare or insurance will cover most of your healthcare costs, but you need to plan for unexpected medical expenses as well. Prescription medications, specialized treatments, or even long-term care can add up, and without a solid financial plan, those costs can be overwhelming. To avoid this mistake, take a proactive approach by reviewing your health insurance options and setting aside a health savings account. You may even want to consult a financial advisor to help you develop a plan that ensures you'll have enough funds to cover your healthcare needs. It's better to have a cushion than to be caught off guard when the bills start piling up. Another mistake retirees make is neglecting to adjust their budget. When you stop earning a regular paycheck, your income changes, but many people don't update their spending habits. You might still find yourself spending the same amount as when you were working, especially if you've developed a certain lifestyle over the years. This can lead to overspending, particularly if you're not tracking how much money you're actually using each month. It's important to take a step back and reevaluate your financial situation. Start by reviewing your fixed expenses, like your mortgage, utilities, and subscriptions, and look for areas where you can cut back. There's no shame in downsizing, whether that means moving to a smaller home, driving less, or even cooking at home more often. The goal is to live within your means, ensuring that you don't run into financial trouble later on. Now that we've covered managing finances, let's talk about a very common mistake: isolating yourself from others. It's easy to stay at home after retiring, especially if your friends are busy with their own lives or if you're not sure how to meet new people. But social isolation can have a serious impact on your well-being. Research has shown that people who are socially connected are happier, healthier, and live longer. Yet many retirees withdraw from social activities, which can lead to loneliness, depression, and even cognitive decline. To avoid this pitfall, try to stay connected with old friends and family members. Don't be afraid to reach out and make plans to see them, even if it's just for a casual coffee or a phone call. But don't stop there. Make new connections as well. Consider joining a club, taking a class, or volunteering. Engaging in social activities will not only keep you mentally sharp but also help you feel part of a community. Lastly, some retirees make the mistake of not challenging their minds enough. When you retire, you may think you deserve a break, and while rest is important, so is keeping your mind active. You may have spent years working hard, solving problems, and making decisions, so it's easy to fall into a routine where your brain isn't being challenged as much. However, your brain needs stimulation to stay healthy. Whether it's reading, doing puzzles, learning a new skill, or even taking a class online, keeping your mind engaged is key to preventing memory loss and staying sharp. You don't have to take on something overwhelming. Even small activities can keep your brain in shape. Remember, just like your body, your brain benefits from regular exercise, too. So now that we've touched on finances, social connections, and mental stimulation, it's time to move on to another important aspect of retirement: finding balance in your life. When it comes to retirement, finding balance is key. After years of busy work schedules and endless responsibilities, it's easy to either overschedule yourself in an attempt to stay busy or fall into complete inactivity. Both extremes can be problematic. On one hand, some retirees take on too many projects or feel the need to stay constantly busy to fill the void left by their work life. They may sign up for every social event, take on multiple volunteer roles, or constantly be working on a new hobby. While it's great to stay active, overcommitting can lead to exhaustion, stress, and burnout. On the other hand, there are those who end up doing very little. They may spend most of their time at home, watching television or napping, thinking that retirement is all about relaxing. But without enough activities to engage your mind and body, you could feel isolated or disconnected, and that can lead to feelings of emptiness or dissatisfaction. To find balance, it's important to schedule time for both rest and activity. You don't need to be on the go all the time, but you also don't want to be stagnant. The best retirement lifestyle is one where you are nurturing both your body and mind. For example, setting aside time each week for a fitness routine, a social outing, and a quiet moment for yourself can help create a balanced and fulfilling routine. This balance will allow you to feel energized, connected, and content without the overwhelming pressure of constant busyness. Now, let's talk about something that many retirees overlook: keeping an eye on your goals. Retirement doesn't mean that your life is over or that your dreams are finished. Many people make the mistake of thinking that because they've reached this milestone, it's time to stop setting new goals. But the truth is, goals can evolve as you age, and setting them in retirement is just as important as it was when you were working. The beauty of retirement is that you have the freedom to pursue goals that align with your interests without the pressure of deadlines or office politics. Whether it's traveling, writing a book, or learning a new language, having a goal gives you something to look forward to. It brings meaning to your days and helps you stay focused and motivated. And if you find that you're not sure where to start, think back to things you've always wanted to do or explore. Now is the time to make it happen. Lastly, one of the biggest mistakes retirees make is not taking the time to really enjoy the moment. It's easy to get caught up in worries, whether it's about finances, health, or family, but the most important thing to remember in retirement is to live in the present. There's a lot of beauty in slowing down and appreciating the little things: the sunrise, a walk in the park, or a phone call with an old friend. By focusing too much on what's next or what could go wrong, we can miss out on the simple joys that retirement brings. So take time every day to enjoy where you are right now. Embrace the freedom that retirement offers, and don't let it pass you by in a blur of worry or missed opportunities. As we wrap up, remember that these mistakes are not set in stone. They are simply habits that can be changed with a little awareness and effort. Retirement can be an incredibly rewarding time in your life, and avoiding these common pitfalls will help you make the most of every single day. It's about staying active, engaged, and mindful of your goals and well-being. Remember, small changes can make a big difference in your health, happiness, and fulfillment. You've earned this time, so make it count. Stay connected, stay healthy, and stay curious. And always remember, the best part of life is still ahead of you. Thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more tips on how to live your best life after 60. Share your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Here's to living your best life at any age.